What's up, y'all? Welcome to a new episode of Transcending the Culture. Listen, I am super, super happy for us to be here tonight. You guys know that we have not, we did do a show last week, but then we have missed 2 weeks before that. So I still feel like I'm fresh back. Cat Queen may be on tonight. Tip Tip is not going to be on tonight, but I am here and I have a special guest co-host with me tonight. I'm super, super excited about her being here. If you guys have really been watching the podcast, then you know that she has been here on the podcast before. She's been on the Entertainment Plug before. She is part of UG Digital Media and Publishing. She's part of the podcast network, and she has her own amazing show, which I will actually let her tell you about in her introduction to you guys. So allow me to welcome, or if you guys would help me to welcome Lady Poet to Transcending the Culture. What's up?
What's up? Thank you for having me on today.
Listen, I think it's amazing. I'm super, super, super excited about you being here. Now, a man in the comments and all of that stuff too. Charmaine, thank you for popping in. You know Charmaine?
Yes, my cousin.
Okay, I'm like, you know Charmaine? Thank you for popping in, Charmaine. Um, it's an amazing show tonight. We have a lot going on with the podcast network. We have a lot going on just with UG Digital Media and Publishing in general. So tonight, primarily, it's just going to be the conversation that we're going to be having. We have a well-known comedian. She has been in this. She's been in this business for well over 2 decades. Like she has been doing it. She has been supporting me. She has been supporting this network. Anytime I see her doing anything, I'm usually reaching out and I'm usually tagging in and I'm trying to get her on the podcast or I'm trying to get her on a radio show or I'm trying to do different things. And the thing that really excites me about who I'm speaking about, and I know you guys know because y'all been looking at the flyers and all the stuff that we've been posting. So we have Cocoa Brown here on the podcast tonight. I mentioned that she has really been supporting me and she's been supporting UG Digital Media and Publishing. I came in contact with Cocoa Brown. It has been 15 years. Well, no, let me take that back. It's been definitely 10. She was doing The People versus OJ Simpson. So that was actually in 2016. So that was the first time that I had actually done anything with her. And we have just kept in touch. When I tell you that she is somebody that supports not just Black business, but like she supports. Like when she like what you're doing and when you're doing something good and when it's positive, like she supports. And she has done exactly that. So like pretty much every platform that I have had, she has come on the platform. I remember I first started the Entertainment Plug and we were doing it like in a storefront and it just the look it just wasn't good. And we tried and listen, we made it do what it did. And she was there, she supported, and she's been on stuff after that. So I'm just like, she really has supported through the whole process. So it's really exciting to get her on the show. We actually have somebody else who's going to be on the show next week, and I will tell you guys that at the end of the show. So that's going to be the surprise for the night, is who we have coming on the show next week. But Lady Poet, what brings you here? No. So we got
So,
Lady. Oh, go ahead. I'll let you go ahead.
okay, so yeah, I am Amanda. Lady Poet Speaks is what I go by. I am the creator and founder of Open Letters to a Survivor podcast, where our mission is to emphasize the importance of mental health in Black communities and also to address the disparities in support and assistance available to people of color. Our motto is always, and it always will be, let's heal together.
Listen, I think it's first and foremost, Open Letters to a Survivor. I think it's amazing. I know I told you in the very beginning that it was going to be an amazing podcast, and people were really going to be like literally clamoring to watch your podcast, which now you see that they are. And you have all these people who have joined the podcast group on Facebook, and like people are really taking to it. So, like, what does it feel like for you to now see like what a difference your podcast is making?
It actually feels good because you don't know, like, so I'm a big believer in faith, as everybody knows that. And when you're obedient to what you're being told to do, the results are amazing. So we talked about this, like I said, for over 2 years, and I was always scared to just step out on faith. And when I did that, good things are happening. And next week we celebrate our 50th episode. So something is going
Oh,
right with
are
it.
you excited?
Yes, I'm very excited.
Look, for once I can keep up with what episode number we on. So I'll be like, episode 12, you like, it's 16. It's all good. No, I think it's really, really dope. So it was really my pleasure to invite you on to be a guest co-host on the show, just because I know what a difference Cocoa Brown and the work that she does as a comedian and as an actress. Like, I know what that has done for you, just in terms of like inspiration and motivation and that stuff. And I know that she's one of your favorite comedians. So
Yeah.
once I realized that, okay, she's going to come on the platform, I said, okay, well, let's see if Lady Poet wants to jump in. And I know you have not really done anything on the celebrity side. You brought in more of the mental health people and that sort of thing. But I thought this would be really good for you to be able to connect with her, just because of how much she's inspired you and how much she's motivated you. And yeah, and I think it's all good. So I appreciate you coming in. I'm actually going to cut it right there, just so that we can go ahead and bring. I'm sorry. So that we can go ahead and bring our guest of honor onto the platform. So if you guys would join me in welcoming Miss Cocoa Brown.
Hey!
Listen, okay.
Oh, baby.
When I tell you, you already know me because of how many times you have come on my platforms. So
Right.
Really like to start off just by saying thank you.
You're welcome, baby. You're welcome.
I'm gonna send you an email because I actually went out and has something made for you. And when you could give me a post office box and all that stuff, I'll email you and I'm gonna send it to you.
This weekend, right?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Also, yeah. And I'm gonna be at the show, so I ain't even gotta mail it.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I'll see you this weekend.
Listen, like, and I know I feel like I go through this all the time, but this it's always been my passion, like to do media, to interview people like yourself. I tell everybody all the time, I came in contact with her with the People versus OJ Simpson, and she has really, really thoroughly supported me all the way through. And when I tell you, I'm so grateful to you, I'm so grateful to so many people. So like, I know connections, and you and Kim Whitley are good. You and Sherry Shepherd are good. Like, I follow Kim. She's actually coming on the podcast next week. So I'm like,
wow, that's awesome.
Really
that's
about
awesome.
that.
Okay.
But I just want to say thank you, because it feels good to know that people like genuinely support you and they come on your platforms.
Absolutely.
I'm just grateful for it. I actually have a special co-host with me tonight. This is Lady Poet.
Hey, Queen, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm sorry. The company has grown into a podcast network and kind of the full gamut. So she does a podcast network. And actually, my other co-host, she actually just popped on now. This is Cat Queen.
Hi, Cat Queen, how are you?
Hello. Nice to meet you. I am a big fan.
You too.
Oh
Please excuse my backdrop, everybody. I'm literally in the process of moving into my new home. That's why I look like I've been moving.
I'm like, I think I got that paint in my living room. Hold on.
I know.
So the thing, like, you have had one hell of a year. Obviously so many people follow you and people know the things that have happened over the last year. There's so much to unpack just in this conversation. And I know that there's, like, even just in terms of like the fire and that sort of thing, I know there's only so much you really can say and stuff.
Well, I mean, the fire happened. My house burned to the ground. I've been displaced, me and my son, for 9.5 months. And we are finally moving into our home. I promise you, the journey with this home that we're moving into has probably been more difficult than the fire. It's one thing to deal with contractors, but then when you're dealing with reality TV, you better have the patience of Job. Because, I bought this house in May and I still ain't in it.
Yeah.
So, it's finishing touches and stuff like that right now. But luckily now I'm able to start moving stuff over. And that's why my phone keeps ringing, because there are people at the new house now mounting TVs and putting liner in the cabinets and mopping floors. And they're still like hooking up fixtures. And it's just crazy. And it's like, but we officially move in on Sunday, but I'm in Cleveland Friday and Saturday. So I've just got to get a system going before I get on that plane Friday morning. It's just, this ain't for the weak, sugar. But the benefit is I've lost so much weight. Because I don't ever get a chance to eat. So, yeah.
Well, listen, I know that you have been. I know you've been doing very well. You always look beautiful. You like.
Oh, thank you.
Very well.
Even though I've been moving boxes all day, but okay.
Yeah, I know how tumultuous like that situation could have been. Like, how has the process been? Really, just kind of, I guess, in a sense, getting back to some normalcy.
I mean, it's been a journey. It's been a journey. I mean, I probably was numb the first 60 or so days after it happened. Like, did this really happen? And having to go back to my house and seeing it completely destroyed. Absolutely. And knowing I was just, it was very traumatic. And, for my son, we were in the house and the house was burning down on top of us. Like we got out before the roof caved in. And so watching that happen and just knowing how blessed we were, because that could have went in so many other directions. I had been out all that morning. I could have made one more stop. My child could have been in his bedroom with the fire down the hall, blocking his way of getting out. It could have just went so many other ways. And I know that, God, ordered my steps that day and I was home and we got out, and so losing the home, losing things I know I can never get back, especially things of my parents, it hurts, but I've come to a position that God had to clean house completely for me, because who he's creating, who he's making right now, who he's working through right now, who he's building right now, she ain't nothing like the girl that ran out that house. Mm-hmm. So I say sometimes you got to lose to win. And I know that it may sound crazy, but that house had a lot of negative energy in it, because unfortunately I was too open and letting too many people in my circle. And a lot of negative energy had been dropped off and left in that house from people who meant me no good. So there was always a funky energy. I can't even lie. Even my child brought it up after the fire. He specifically asked, could we never go back to that house? And when I asked him, he said, Mommy, it's haunted. And I said, oh God, and my girlfriend, Crystal Fox, she's like, girl, first of all, you like Noah and you just didn't pay attention. I said, what are you talking about? She said, girl, you had 4 floods in that house and the Lord was trying to get you to get out, but no, he had to come with the fire for you to leave.
Oh no.
Because I had 4 floods in that house. All 4 floors of my home flooded. And I was just getting over a flood that had happened when the fire happened. So I feel like in some crazy way, God was like, the only way she's going to get out of my way and let me do what I want to do with her is I'm going to have to take it all from her and make her start fresh.
Right.
Because who I am now is not even remotely close to who I was when I ran out that house. You might be on mute, sugar. I hear your mouth moving, but I can't hear you.
I didn't even realize it.
Okay, I said, honey, I can do many things, but read lips is not one of them. Sugar.
Okay. I know how grateful you are, and like me, just like knowing you and then being able to see the different videos that you were doing and listening to the story. Like, I was just grateful, like, that things fell in place the way that they did. Like how
I took my hands. I got out of God's way.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying, how did you do it, girl? How did you do it? I didn't. God did.
Yeah.
I surrendered. When I say I surrendered, I surrendered. I threw my hands up and said, God, I'm done. You got this. I'm done. And I really did like get out of his way. And I've been out of his way. And, there's no comeback like a God comeback, and to see how me and my son, how I've handled this whole situation. The old me would have been snapped out, cussed somebody out, burnt some bridges, acted a pure D fool because my house ain't ready, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. And I've been I had my first blowout today.
Oh, wow.
And that is because I realized that some furniture I had ordered back in August didn't have all the pieces. And it was my son's bed that we have to have up by Sunday. You know what I mean? And then I realized another piece of furniture I bought didn't come. Like, I was blowing up over craziness. And I thought, HGTV had took the stuff, and come to find out they didn't. They just never seen it. But that was the first time everybody had seen me snap kind of. But at the same token, I said, you know what? I've been carrying this baby for 9.5 months. I had to get her out. Because technically I have just been keeping myself, just trying not to like flip out and like stress myself out, because this is a very stressful situation. And at my age, honey, strokes and all kinds of things be happening to people my age nowadays. So I'm maybe trying to invite that. So I've been trying to keep myself just real chill, real calm, breathing, meditating, removing myself from situations that'll trigger me just the whole nine, because I can't afford to get sick in the midst of all of this. But today was the first day I snapped, and everybody was like, my nephew was like, finally. Because he said, you've been holding this in for a minute. So it ain't for the weak. I told my nephew today, he's been helping me immensely. I said, I would not wish this on my worst enemy, because if you're not built for this type of stress and the level of patience I've had to have, and still being a mother, still being a comedian, still being an actress, still maintaining and running my life, still trying to handle my business, having to rebuild from scratch. I'm literally in the store today buying forks, okay, and spoons and stuff that people just take for granted in their homes. I'm having to get. Oven mitts, you know what I mean? Dish towels, crazy stuff that people take for granted. I'm having to get, because I've been in an Airbnb that provided all of that for me for 9.5 months, and now I have to buy it all for myself. So, like I said, this has taught me a level of patience that I don't think maybe anything else would have taught me. But at the same token, God is working through me. He's working on me right now, and I've just surrendered and let him do what he needs to do.
And I like how you said that God is working. And this is gonna be my last question for a second, and then I'm gonna let the ladies chime in. I know they're like, "Damn, will he shut up?"
That's funny.
But from the outside looking in, like, it was, for me, like, it was heartwarming to see how many people just kicked in, like with the GoFundMe from Two Funny Mamas, and I was like, that was kind of my way to be able to do something, and I was just like, cool, like I could do that and be done with it. And then I
would tell anybody, honey, if you want to know who really roll with you, go through a tragedy. Go through a catastrophe. Go through something catastrophic, life-changing, life-altering, and see who rides it out with you. I was blown away. I mean, now me, Kim, and Sherry, there's nothing but love there. I fill in for them when they can't do Two Funny Mamas. That's family. That's my sisters. But they went above and beyond. Sherry could have just stopped at doing Two Funny Mamas. No, she took it to her show and let billions of people reach out and help me. That's crazy. I hadn't talked to Tyler Perry in 5 years. And he called me 2 days after it happened and put me and my son in a house for 9.5 months, paid off my mortgage for the last house. I was blown. I mean, Marlon Wayans called me the day after the fire. Sis, what you need? You know what I'm saying? Byron Allen, who I haven't worked for in 8 years, sent me money. But it's crazy, because it took Tyler saying to me, Coca, why are you surprised? You're a good person.
Absolutely.
He said, nobody can say that you're malicious or evil or vindictive or sneaky or spiteful. He said, you lead with your heart. He goes, and you are a good person. Why wouldn't we want to help you? And I just was like, wow. So I told my therapist, because I had to get therapy, child. Okay.
Listen, I got one too, so
everything smelled like smoke to me. Everything. Okay. But I told my therapist, I said, it's funny. I said, I'm glad that my son is able to see that it pays to be a good person. Absolutely. Because that reciprocity, that good karma comes back and when you least expect it, when you really need it.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And I'd rather put out seeds to get good karma, not bad.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I've been again on the outside just looking, and I watch your posts and I watch the stuff that you do. Like, you are amazing as a single mom. Like you are really, like, you are amazing.
I was built for this ish for some reason. I honestly, I didn't want to be a single mother. I wanted that.
I mean, of course,
I wanted that Cosby Show ish. I wanted that Heathcliff and Claire ish. But the devil got involved, and the Lord tried to block it. But he gave me what I wanted most of all, and that's that beautiful boy in there. So
absolutely.
I was built to be. I was made to be a mama.
Absolutely, and just what you do for so many other people. All kinds of stuff that you're doing. Even like we talked about your wigs the last time I was on the platform. And I know that Amanda's gonna ask you a little bit about that as well.
Okay.
I'm actually kicking it off to Amanda.
Okay.
Okay. So before I get into the questions about the wigs, I hear you talk a lot about like God and your faith, and I'm a huge advocate of prayer. I've had some horrible experiences myself, and I absolutely find solace in talking regularly to God. How has your faith helped you?
Oh, it's unbreakable. I've always said I was cocky with my faith. I've traveled all over this world 70 to 85% by myself. I've hopped on planes to different countries to go tell jokes by myself, and God has always brought me home safely. When my parents both got sick at the same time, and I had to take care of both of them, not just physically, but financially, I still to this day do not know where I got the amount of money I had to spend on a private nurse, but it showed up every month when I had to write that check. That ain't number God. My faith is just, and I talk to God a lot. I'll be in the car having a full-blown conversation with God. Full-blown. My nephew asked me this morning, he said, Auntie, we got to start praying in the morning. I said, wow, you don't? Because I don't put my feet on the floor till I say, hey, Lord, thank you for opening my eyes. Please let me handle the day, Jesus, please. Because I'm about to lose it, Jesus. I ain't gonna lie. I talk to God and Jesus, the Father, Son, Holy Ghost, like they the homies. I do. And sometimes I catch myself because I get a little too free because I start cursing like, oh, Lord, I'm sorry,
You're right.
That's the relationship I have with the man above, the Father, Son, Holy Ghost, Yahweh, Jah, whatever you want to call him. Like, my relationship with God is very personal. Now, I can go sit in church. I can go sit in the Buddhist temple. I can go sit in my friend's synagogue. I can go sit in the mosque. My relationship with God is very personal. To me, he is omnipotent. He is everywhere.
Yes.
I love that. I'm going to throw one question in there before you go, Amanda.
Okay.
Do you feel like that? Do you feel like that is kind of like as of the present, or do you feel like you got closer or a closer connection to God as you started getting older and, obviously experiencing life, or has it kind of been like that all along?
I've always had strong faith. Was raised that way. My mother, my father, my grandma, I had praying grandmamas, honey, aunties, godmothers. I've always been raised, to keep God first, try to live right, but know that he forgives you because he knows we were going to sin, ask for forgiveness. But I would definitely say my relationship with God just in the last decade has just become very, very personal.
Yeah.
And I read more scripture. I'm constantly reading scripture, quotes. I'm always looking for some kind of spiritual enlightenment, reading books and watching programs. I'm curious about other religions because, like I said, to me, God is omnipotent. He is one and all. So I'm always curious to read. I practice elements of Buddhism. I meditate, yes, I will sit there and nam your whole renge you to the ground. Okay. Because God to me is everywhere. But
this is why I
would
love
say,
you.
right. Like seriously, honey, I got to get my little bell that my ding, and I got to get my stuff back and burnt up. So get my Tina Turner on. Okay. But I would say definitely in the last decade, especially in the last 5 years, my relationship with God has gotten very, very personal. you know, taking care of 2 sick parents, you know, having to bury both of them, then watching my house burn down all in a 3-year period. Yeah, me and God talked a lot.
Wow.
That happened in 3 years, back to back to back. So I had to lean on him. I had to get real personal, up close and personal, and with God. And like I said, I he's the homie, you know, all 3 of them, Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. Son, they the homies.
Yes. All right, back to you, Lady Poet. That was all I had.
Okay. How has your friends and family been instrumental in the process of rebuilding and re-strengthening you?
I mean, I will say this year has taught me who truly had my back and who was only cool with me because of who I was. That truth came out, and it hurt a little bit because there were people that I really thought cared about me, and they only cared about being able to say they knew me, around me. They helped me. They didn't really care about me or my child, but it weeded out the people. So now I know who to take with me on the next chapter. But the ones who wrote it out, the ones who had my back, they have been very instrumental. They've kept me sane. I had a whole heartbreak in the midst of this, where I got my heart shredded in two by somebody that I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with in the midst of me mourning my home burning down. So, you know, I would just have to say, never date anybody when you're going through some major trauma, okay? Because you're blind, you're stupid, okay? Get over, go heal somewhere, then date, okay? Don't date when you've been through something, okay? Don't do it. Because when the smoke cleared, honey, and I saw that fool for who he truly was, honey, I couldn't run fast enough. But, yeah, but I would say my friends, my sisterhood, my brotherhood, there's some that I love absolutely dearly, and I would take a bullet for, because they were truly and have been consistently here for me, even before the fire and before my parents passed. But through this whole journey, these last 3 years, they have had my back. Like I said, I know now beyond a shadow of a doubt who's going and who ain't.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. And before I get to my next question, I do want to ask you, so James was telling me a little bit about these wigs earlier. So what do you make wigs for? What, like, community? Is it for like cancer patients or
Lupus?
Okay.
Lupus. Yeah, I have an organization called Wigs of Love. You guys can check it out, wigsoflove.org. It's an organization I created in memory of my aunt and my girlfriend who lost their battle to lupus and, well, cancer as well. And they lost their hair, and it was a thing for them. And I remember sending my girlfriend wigs, and when she passed, her daughter sent all those wigs back to me. And I said, what do I do with these? And I began to donate them to women who had lost their hair due to chemotherapy, lupus, radiation, alopecia, you know, because I know as Black women, we can say, mind you, some of us are walking around here bald and killing the game, but everybody ain't ready for that. I know my head ain't shaped like that. So some of us want some edges, okay? So I just want to make sure. So I donate to women, and I don't discriminate. I just donated one to a Caucasian young lady who's dealing with brain cancer, and they had to shave her head, and we made her a beautiful blonde wig. You know, so I don't, you know, it's no discrimination. If you've lost your hair, if you're dealing with lupus or cancer, radiation, but Wigs of Love does focus on lupus and celebrating those lupus warriors. I did not do one this past year because of the fire, and I just had to regroup, but I plan on doing something very big in 2025 to make up for it. And what I normally do is I honor at least 6 women with a Hollywood weekend of photo shoots and glam, and then we celebrate them at a brunch where we present them with their photos, and we have we raise money for lupus awareness. We have keynote speakers. Last year, we had the president of Social Butterflies Lupus Foundation. She spoke. She was our keynote speaker. She was amazing. You know, we had amazing artists come out and do their thing, and you know, so poets and singers. We had great food. It was catered by This Is It Soul Food. So I mean, I'm gonna do it a bit of a bigger scale next year because I skipped this year, and God has been really good to me in terms of putting me in a position to pour into it more next year. But yeah, that's what we do. But if anybody wants more information, or if they know somebody who would like to have a wig made for them because they are dealing with hair loss to some degree, especially if it's lupus, please reach out, wigsoflove.org. That's WIGS, like the wig you wear on your head, of love.org.
Thank you for that. So what's truly commendable is that through it all, you've continued to tour. Certainly that's not been out of choice in that, especially when you have a child. But talk about how you were able to maintain through that. Did your son go through a period of separation anxiety?
When he was younger. When
Okay.
he was younger, it was hard for him. It was extremely hard for me. Up until he went to pre-K, he traveled with me everywhere. I had a live-in nanny, and wherever I went to tell jokes, he went with me. That child had a passport at 9 months. Okay, he went with mommy. Once he got into school, it was merely weekends, or if I was filming, during the time when he was, I would say between the ages of like 5 and 10, I was on a couple of TV shows that filmed in LA. So I was constantly back and forth to LA, sometimes out there a week, sometimes out there 2 weeks. And it was hard, but I'm grateful for my village. I have an amazing village. And even though it's kind of changed because people have grown and had to move on, but God always makes sure that I have a very strong village around my son, especially positive Black men around my son, that, he is well taken care of, and he's adjusted amazingly now. Now, don't get me wrong, by day three, like the first 2 days I'm gone, he doesn't even call to see if I'm alive. But by that third day, fourth day, when you coming home? But the first few days, he's like, "Oh, I'm so glad she's going," I think, because I don't hear from him at all unless I call.
Right. So before we move on, I just want to say that I am so excited to see you back at the top. I've been a huge fan of yours, of your work for so long. I've touched on this story before, and I told James about it, so he actually wanted me to share it today. So when I was a teenager back in high school, I was always considered at risk because, I would fight or I would be in like a very depressed state, but nobody knew it was because of the abuse I was suffering at home. So I remember one summer I was at home. We were about to go back to school, and I was a broken teenager on the brink of ending my pain. I was tired of being abused, and I wanted to go on YouTube to listen to something to kind of calm my mind, but still sit there and find time to write the suicide note that I was actually writing for somebody. So I clicked into one of your shows. I think it was kind of towards the beginning of your career, and laughing at that, as well as the advocate that I was actually writing to at the time, just so she can tell my story. Number one, it helped me to laugh. I cried and I laughed because I cried because I was still thinking about it, but I laughed because of you, being funny and helping me through it. So I played that video that I watched that night on repeat over and over and over again that night. And because of that, I did not take the 30 pills that were on the dresser that I was planning on taking when I got upstairs. So I just thank not only you, but I thank Veronica too for just in those times when even those people didn't know they were there, that they were there, because it actually helped me be who I am today. And I'm speaking to other people about healing through abuse.
Mm. God gave me this gift, baby. I'm merely a vessel. So thank you. I mean, I'm so grateful that my laughter, my gift was, able to help you take, walk away from the edge. I can't tell you the times that I've had people reach out to me in my inbox, my DM, or even on the road at shows and say that this gift that God gave me, this gift that got me smacked in the mouth a lot and told to shut up because I talk too much in class, is now saving lives. So,
Yeah.
but thank God, my sister, thank God, and thank you for. I'm so touched, but that's beautiful. But girl, that ain't nothing but God. He gave me this gift, baby. I'm merely a vessel.
Thank you.
Thank you. You got a purpose. Stay put.
I will. Thank you.
All right, you got more, or are you good?
Yeah, well, it's a break, but yeah, I got.
Okay, so you could go ahead, Kat. I'll let you jump in. You there?
I'm sorry, I know I'm having some technical difficulties over here. That's our show song.
Right.
see. 1 second, y'all. I'm sorry about
Oh, it's
that.
all good. I'm up here making sure I don't burn my child's dinner.
Listen,
You
okay.
ain't going through that again. You like,
Girl, look, can we discuss? I'm so adamant that there were fireplaces in my new home, and I made them take them all out. I said, y'all can put put them little ones be in the restaurant with the vapor and stuff. I made them take anything with fire out my house.
I think it was.
Are they done, babe? Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my
No, give me a
questions
second.
off with
I
my
think you're
Wi-Fi.
watching. Excuse me, mommy mode. I'll be right back.
Oh, go ahead.
Figure
No,
out what
you
you're
good.
doing, girl. Figure out
Yeah,
what
you
you're doing, sis.
Yeah, she
I'll
fixing
be
her
right back.
camera.
Yeah,
Okay.
hold on.
Do you want me to just keep going?
No, you good.
Okay.
Yeah, you good. I'm gonna throw some more in. Yeah, it's like you can never really tell like when everything is gonna run smooth or when you don't have an issue. I think she back down there. Oh wait a minute. It might have been something with her sound. Hey, listen, actually, while she stepped away and then we're waiting for Kat to come back, I just want to say what's up to some of these people here in the comments. Jarrell, I appreciate you. Thank you for checking it out. Thank you for watching. Valerie Howard, thank you so much for popping in and for watching. Cuz Lachelle, thank you so much for popping in. It's so many people in here. Jeff Wilbeck. Yeah, Charmaine. Yeah, I mentioned Charmaine in the beginning. But so many people have been popping in here with something. I think it's dope. And then, of course, she's here in Cleveland over the weekend. So she's going to be performing Friday night and Saturday. Okay, I think we got Kat. Good?
Okay, yeah. I'm good.
Okay. So yeah, she'll be back in a second. Mommy mode. So yeah, she's here.
Listen, I know all about that, twin.
But yeah, she's here Friday and Saturday night. And then we got our special guest for next week. I'm real pumped about it. So many people popped in here. I'm so grateful to all the people that's been popping.
I know we've been getting so many comments tonight.
Yeah.
Let me get back in here. Sorry, my Wi-Fi had just went down all of a sudden, so I lost the stream. I lost the stream, the comments, everything. Almost lost my mom. That's the thing. That's what I do when I be on stream on FaceTime with my friends making dinner for my daughter. She be like, "Mom, the air fryer girl." But so I wanted to connect with you because I'm such a big fan. Most of us know you as Carla from 911. That was like the breakout role, girl. I love me some Carla. I was dang near watching to see what was going on in Carla's life. Like, dang, did she work at the firehouse or something? Like, I'm trying to get her in.
People are so mad when I told them I wasn't on the show no more. They was hot. I said, I ain't got no power in that. Y'all better bombard Ryan Murphy and Fox and now ABC if y'all want Carla.
I know it switched all the way to ABC. And I heard that the spinoff is no more, the 911 Lone Star.
What did they say? Got rid of Lone Star, huh?
Yeah, because they said, I guess ABC didn't want to bring that along. So I'm sad to see that installment go because I have watched both of them from the beginning. And so if many of you aren't aware of who Carla was, she was a caretaker she was first caretaker of the main character, Abby's mother, who suffered with Alzheimer's. And then them fur babies always trying to be in an interview. And then she was the caretaker to Christopher, who was the son who dealt with, I think it was cerebral palsy he had. And so coming from me and James have family who deal with Alzheimer's. And then I also am a mother of a special needs child. So that character was, I think the dynamic of Carla and how she really cared for the people she was taking care of, and how, especially how Christopher was his own character without his disability. Do you get a lot of people that compliment you on your work? And a lot of people, I know a lot of people are caretakers, like your role, and I definitely myself identify with that role, how you were so caring and patient with those people. So tell me about that experience a little bit.
I mean, it was crazy. I guess they say life imitating art, art imitating life. Because honestly, when I started on 911 as the caregiver for Abby's mom, I didn't know that the very next year I'd be a caregiver for my parents.
Oh,
so while I'm playing a caregiver, I was actually being a caregiver.
mm-hmm.
And I was doing that where I was flying from Atlanta to LA, shooting, flying from LA back to Virginia to make sure they were good, checking, make sure the nurse. I mean, literally, my life was one big triangle.
Mm-hmm.
For like 2.5 years. And the whole time I was on the show, I'm like playing what I am.
Right.
And yeah, I loved playing Carla. And I'll say that one of the main reasons, not just because I got to play such a different character than what people had known me from Tyler Perry, For Better or Worse, Single Moms Club, you know, which is great. I love that, you know, but I was able to shift, and people saw that I could be dramatic. That I was a trained actress. I wasn't just your fat, funny sidekick, honey.
Right.
Like I had some chops. And I always give credit to John Singleton, the late great John Singleton, for that. Mm-hmm. Because he and I had developed a friendship over the years when he spoke at Bill Duke's boot camp that I did many years ago, acting boot camp that Bill Duke used to do. And he told me, he said, don't let them pigeonhole you. And I remember him telling me that. He said, you've got so many layers to you. Don't let them pigeonhole you. And then we ran into each other some years later. And I told him I had just finished, you know, this run with Tyler Perry and playing, you know, being a comedic actress. And he said, yeah, we need to show them your range. And he called me in for Snowfall. And I ended up going all the way to Network, which is pretty big when you get up there for the execs to see.
Right, yeah.
And I didn't get it because they said I didn't look like I was a crackhead enough to play Franklin's mother.
Dang.
I wasn't cracked out enough, but
it's like thank you. But
they said she too cute. She don't look cracked out, you know. I said, give me 3 days, I can fix that.
3 days,
you know, whatever.
Right.
But from that opportunity, it opened up the door for American Crime Story, People versus OJ. And because John was directing some of those episodes, he got me in to play Queen Bee, which is a very intricate juror that apparently had some silent communication going on with Johnny Cochran. Ooh. So I got a lot of FaceTime on that. And from that, I got in front of Ryan Murphy, who then requested me for 911 to play Carla.
Okay. Wow. So that's how
so. And I mean, I would love to be back with the family, but you know, the tides change, things change. But I miss it. I loved playing Carla. Absolutely loved playing with Gavin, who played Christopher. Loved playing with Ryan, who played Eddie. You know, that was one of the highlights of my career. Was 911. I loved it.
And we loved you too. Like I really enjoy. Like I said, I'm a parent of a child with special needs. So seeing a character in the forefront, and especially, you know, he's, you know, having emergencies and getting saved and helping people. And now, you know, I keep up with the show, and he's in high school, and he ain't got time for his daddy no more, you know. And it's just like it's nice to see these characters that have disabilities that are not just about their disability, that they're a well-rounded person and that they have people that love them and interpersonal relationships. So thank you so much for representing for all the caretakers and, you know, giving us some quality television. So my next question is, since I am an aspiring actress and I've been going on, you know, auditions and working my way through this industry, I saw that you gave an interview where you said that you didn't want to be considered road booty, and that you kind of had to, you know, that you were a little green when you didn't understand some of the, you know, casting couch situations.
Oh yeah.
But can you?
God protected me, child.
Can you give me some advice as a woman who I'm kind of experiencing that now, and I'm like that too. I'm very naive because I'm very friendly. So, you know, people are, you know, hi, hello, you know, I would love to work with you. And I'm just, oh, hey, you know, and I get in situations like, wait a minute, did I misread something? Or, you know, how did you navigate being a woman and, you know, sticking to your craft and not really taking that route?
In the beginning, I was fresh fish. I was new booty. I see it happen to this day when young female comics and young female actresses come into the game and they get that, lick where they're kind of present and they're in front of the right people. And they're going to try you. Don't be pretty. Oh, don't be cute. Don't have no body on you, honey. They're going to try you. You really just got to reach down in your discernment and ask yourself, does this feel right? Mm-hmm. Even for me, when I talked about on the interview, it's not that it didn't feel right. It just seemed so goofy to me. Like, why am I coming to your crib up on Mulholland Drive at 11:30 at night to talk about some script? That's stupid. I'm in my pajamas. I'm tired. Like,
right.
It took me months to put two and two together when another friend of mine actually went up that daggone ride and told me what kind of almost happened. And I said, oh my God, like that could have been me, whatever. And then road booty, honey, I can tell you some stories. I done had comics drunkenly knock on my door at 3 a.m. talking about, do I want some company? I had a promoter try to pay me in penis.
No one in
I can tell you some stories, honey. I can tell you some stories, honey, being a female in this game. But you got to listen to your gut. And then you have to always ask yourself, never be desperate. Some people really get in this business and get in this game because they need to feel important. They need to feel special. They need to feel like they matter. Baby, you need to get all that straight before you come in this game. Because if they smell that desperation on you, they're going to run through you and spit you out. I see it. Chick came to LA, she was the bomb, and when you see it next time, looking like Halle Berry in Jungle Fever, like, girl, what happened?
Wow.
So it's like they will pass you around like a blunt. Don't you ever be that desperate. And it's like you see chicks who have made their living in being a blunt, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And going from this person to that person trying to come up. And eventually she's going to be a younger, more beautiful, tighter stomach, fatter booty chick that's going to take your spot. I say if you rely more on your talent,
right,
your spot is a little bit more secure. I knew that I had secured me a spot in this game when people began to imitate me. When I started hearing people say, girl, she's like a mini Cocoa Brown. Girl, she sounds like a Brown. Girl, she must be studying. I said, what? That's when I knew I had made myself a brand. That I recently saw an audition where it specifically asked for a Cocoa Brown type.
Oh my!
And I was like, yo, I done made it.
You done made it, right? So what did they say? Imitation is the biggest form of flattery. So do you feel like that?
This
like you feel
audition literally said, we want a combination of Jennifer Lewis, Lonnie Love, Loretta Devine, and Cocoa Brown. I said, wow, I'm a type.
Right.
So my mom had made it.
But I also know that that's because I did it with my talent and not my booty.
Right, exactly.
Ross might look at me and go, well, who gonna? Because you know how Negroes are. Well, who gonna want you? You fat or you this? Let me tell you something, honey. That Oscar-winning director called me up to his house at 11:30, and I was a good 250. They don't give a damn. No. Baby, you put a hole in a tree, they're gonna try it. So
no, for real.
No, seriously. So it had nothing to do with that, boo-boo. It's a power trip.
Right.
And they love to see how desperate you are and how bad you want it. And you got to establish some boundaries. And you got to know that the word no is not a bad word.
Mm-hmm.
But I would just say, if it don't feel right, now, don't get me wrong, I'm friendly as hell too. I'm always, hey, that's how I got the moniker Auntie. Hey, Auntie, because everybody just say, oh my gosh, she's so warm. You just want to go to her house and eat her food and just sit with her because she's like, la, la, la. But don't get me wrong. There's a side to me, you try me, you don't want to meet.
Right.
And sometimes I had to let that heifer show just so they know that I can squabble up too.
Right.
If they think you too nice, they'll try you. So at some point, you gotta let them know you ain't the one to play with it. You may have to let that precede you, Because I got friends this day in the business. If someone says, I don't like Coca, I don't mess with Coca, they're going to say, what you do to her? Because that ain't even Coca Stilo. If you don't like Coca, what you do to her?
Right. Yeah.
Coca cool with everybody. And if she ain't cool with you, she going to be cordial.
Mm-hmm.
I may not, like I said, I ain't saying I don't want you to eat. You just won't eat at my table.
Right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so just make sure you can want it bad, baby, but not to the point of desperation.
Right, exactly. Yeah, never that. And so
they can smell it, honey. They can smell it.
Right, exactly. So thank you so much for that advice.
Welcome,
and so I know so many people want to follow in your footsteps, and people are, audition and, trying to work it out in comedy. What do you say to the people that are trying, that feel like, dang, it's not happening fast enough, or it's not happening for me, or should I keep going? How did you find that strength to keep going to get to where you are?
Fortunate that, let me just say for this, I was fortunate that I established a name for myself to a degree before social media took over.
Yeah.
So I was on the other side in the sense that social media matters for me, but not really. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are asking for a Cocoa Brown type. They ain't looking to see how many commas I got over my forehead.
Right.
They might go look at it, and I got a couple of law, a couple of vowels, a couple of numbers. But I ain't got no millions. I may have about 850. but I was able to establish myself and who I was and the type and what I brought to the table, my work ethic, my reputation. That was established before social media became the barometer of what mattered. Anybody trying to come in the game now, I'm going to tell them, baby, go build your presence on social media, find your niche, stay consistent, post, and Hollywood will come find you.
Right.
That's really what it's boiled down to now. Seriously.
Okay, we had a question from the comments, and it said, "What was your favorite role?"
Carla. And number 2 would be Jennifer on For Better or Worse.
That's what I thought you was gonna say is Jennifer.
Yeah, no, I loved Carla because Carla was so close to Farrah, me. It was so close to me. Carla was like me playing me. And that was fun because I didn't feel like I had to stretch or get deep into a character. Jennifer, because I had to get deep into a character. Like, I remember telling, TP Tyler one day, I said, dude, I ain't Jennifer, dude. I grew up in Jack and Jill. I don't know about this struggle. I said, I became a single mother because I got divorced, not because being broken, eating welfare. Look, dude, my parents. Look,
right. This ain't me.
I am acting, homie. Okay. I was in cotillions and I was a debutante. Okay.
Oh wow, yes.
Like I came from Black Boulay and I came from Black Ghetto. Okay. So, but Jennifer was fun to play because I had the pleasure and the honor of growing up knowing both sides of the coin. My mom came from the hood. My dad came from money. So I got to have the best. I spent half my summers in teas and learning how to curtsy and elocution classes and trying to be a girl and proper and prim. And the other half running through the projects and some jellies trying to get a jelly cup from the daggone candy lady.
Don't you just love being black?
So, I got to experience. I always say I loved my childhood in a sense because I got to experience both worlds. So you can put me in any world, I'll know how to act and adjust. I had so Jennifer was me giving homage to all my hood cousins. And then playing Carla, was kind of like paying homage to how I grew up and and that soft, cross your legs at your ankles, honey, and all that. And then I would say that my third favorite role, and this is because it honored my mother so much, was Principal Grubbs on Never Have I Ever. Because I played my mother. My mother was an educator for 33 years. And I asked them, can I wear my hair like this? Can I wear glasses like this? Can I wear suits like this? And I did all of that because that's how my mother looked as an educator. So the first time she saw me on Never Have I Ever, she just got so chucked up because she was like, oh my God, you're me. So I got to play my mommy. So my mommy indirectly was on TV too.
Oh, the homage to mom.
Yeah.
And so you were on, you worked on The People versus OJ, and you worked with Tyler Perry. And both of those, some of those projects have been known to have some interesting wigs and hair pieces. Now, have you ever had to wear any interesting wigs or some crazy something or other for a role?
You ain't watched the 6 seasons for better or worse.
I thought that was just
questionable hair choices, honey. That was, and it was so funny because when the show ended, hair and makeup, shout out to that incredible team over at TPS. They gave me all the wigs.
Oh, wow.
So you're talking about 146 episodes, and I wore a different wig every episode. So they gave me all the wigs. Well, let's just say some of those got donated to some people because I would never wear them wigs again.
You said perfect. Let me secure this for
our girl Wigs of Love had a gang of wigs that year, baby. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for answering all my questions. I'm gonna hand it over to James. I know he wants to talk about what you have in store for the future.
Yeah, first and foremost, I just want to say, like, it's exciting to see how far that you have come and all the projects that you have worked on. Like, obviously preparing for these interviews, you kind of go back and it's like, okay, let's look over some of the projects that this person just did. And it's like, damn, it's like 20 projects in the last 3.
Oh my God. I don't know how, I'm telling you, that's why I know there's a God. Because when I was taking care of my parents, not only was I working on 2 TV shows, I shot 4 movies. I was still touring. I was raising my kid. It's like, I look back on those years and I'm like, what was I running on? And how did I knew I was making the money but it's like, I don't know. It's like, it was a true, pure love for my parents, and adrenaline, and knowing I had to be a mother and take care of my child too. I don't know. But seriously, those years were a blur in a sense of, I don't know how I did it. But like I said, once again, God, because honey, I'm sitting over here ready to flip out on somebody because a faucet ain't fixed in my bathroom right now. So I'm
but the people are seeing how blessed you are. You have so many people saying, God bless you, amen. They got prayers, say that. You got the whole people behind you. So much love. So thank you so much for being here and sharing this amazing story with us. Thank you.
Yeah. So I
received it.
Yeah. So I was looking at upcoming projects and whatnot, and you have a Christmas movie, A Very Merry Beauty Salon.
That's out right now. Yeah, A Very Merry Beauty Salon is #1 on Lifetime. They already got a little buzz going around. We're gonna get a part 2. So
I think it's cool. Like, I'm seeing so many of us like now getting into the Christmas movies. Like, I just did.
It's a huge market. Yeah. If you got a Christmas movie
like,
idea, go write it, honey, because they be scooping up them Christmas movies.
I just did a stream with it was for Queens of Christmas with that hit Netflix today, and we did like a stream and interviews yesterday, and it's just really good to see us now getting into these Christmas movies and being able to portray these stories and really show like us in the spirit. And
that is a huge market. So if you have an idea, I'm actually writing a Christmas movie as we speak.
Okay.
I can't really get into as much as I want, but once I get something in my new home, I'm knocking it out because the idea has been in my head now for a couple of years. But doing the Lifetime movie and working with such an incredible cast and crew, when I say that cast and crew, that Lifetime movie was perfection from top to bottom. I've never worked on anything that was just that sweet and it was just everything. And but I was able to talk to the directors and the producers and the writers and learn so much about how a Lifetime movie is written and how it's presented. And when you ask me what's next for me, I hope to do a lot more behind the scenes, to be honest with you. My son's getting to that age that mother has to be very present. I have a preteen, 13 next year. I got to be very present now, very present. Before I'm raising my baby, but mama could dip off on the road and stuff, But now it's very crucial. I've raised him. He knows what's right and wrong. He's a great kid. I'm very blessed. That boy is more resilient than me. of how he's been so strong and resilient through this whole situation. But also know that the only way that's going to stay the way it is, honey, I keep a foot to it. You know what I mean? So I got to keep a foot to it. Best advice my dad ever gave me is put the fear of God in him when he's down there, because when he's looking you in your face, honey, you ain't gonna make it.
Absolutely. And it's like, just like you said, like you have to be there. Like mine is in his first year of college now. So it's like you have to be.
These are crucial years. I mess around in my child. I mess around and go to the army, and I'll be mad as hell. But no. He told me he want to be Top Gun. I said, okay, baby, but you wear glasses. But I ain't gonna take his dream away. You know, I'm gonna let the military tell him that. But no, it's like I know I want to be more present. So it's gonna be a lot of behind the scenes for me. Once I get settled, you know, we really get back to our normalcy when we get in the house and get settled. I'm looking forward to finishing 2 books I've been trying to work on now that totally took a whole back seat because of this year. I have a couple of scripts I want to finish writing. I'm partnering with, I don't know if you know, Kiami Diviel. She played Lavender in the Matilda movies. Mm-hmm. She and I are partnering with Arrington Foster, who plays on The Family Business. We're going to start an acting workshop together because we got all tiers. We got child actors, young actors, OGs. So we're going to be starting some acting workshops here in Atlanta. So it's going to be a lot of behind the scenes, but don't get me wrong, honey. They call for Cocoa Brown will show, as long as this is something I want to do. Yeah, you know.
Oh, wow. And I just wanted to put my hat in the ring. Your girl Kat does a little editing and script writing and some acting. So if you need somebody.
Are you in Cleveland?
Yes, I am in Cleveland.
Well, come see me this weekend. Let's talk, girl. I'll be having an hour in the green room before you go. Before I gotta go sling these jokes. Let's talk.
Okay, I will be there.
That's a little lunch. That's a little Starbucks. You know, I would tell you where I'm staying, but I ain't gonna say it on here because they ain't about to
yeah. No. You have people.
James, you know where I'm at.
Don't do that.
You know where they put me.
They're gonna be waiting in your room. Hello. Welcome.
Right. Like, James, your girl Kat is a stalker. Come get your girl.
Oh man, dang! I'm getting a bad rap already.
This weekend. I'll be there for 2 days. Let's talk this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, we will absolutely be more than likely at the Saturday show. Yeah, we will come out.
You good on tickets?
Well, I haven't gotten them yet.
How many you need?
4.
Text me what show you want. I got you, babe.
Oh shit! Oh, okay. See, Kat. Now they
gonna pay me regardless.
We done did it again, James. We done did it again.
Now listen.
I get paid for butts and seats, baby. So
where you want me to send that to?
I mean, but text me or email me or DM me, whatever.
Okay. I know you had a couple more questions, Amanda.
Yes.
Okay, you go ahead.
What's up, Amanda?
we see you here in Cleveland at least 2 to 3 times a year, it seems. What do you like about our city? I know the weather can be crazy and the traffic can be a little mess, but what do you like about Cleveland?
The East Coast, girl. I'm from the DMV, honey. Y'all traffic ain't ish. Okay. At growing up in Virginia, you know, we experienced every possible element of weather there is. So I'm not tripping. I've been in blizzards. I've been in ice storms. I've been in tornadoes. I've been in hurricanes. I've been in floods. I mean, child, whatever. But what I love about Cleveland, first of all, the crowds are incredible. When I say they show love, they show so much love, not just when I'm on stage, but after the show, how they line up at my table, support my merch, support my causes. I love Cleveland's energy. And then I know to shout out to, you know, my boy James. You know, you always support me, brother, when I'm there. Shout out to my girl Kelly, whatever I need, that's baby sis. To my boy Jeff Brown, my brother from another mother. You know, I come to Cleveland, it's like coming home a little bit. It's like family. So I got family in Cleveland. So I got a lot of love. That's why I'm there a lot, because I just feel a lot of love when I'm in Cleveland.
Thank you. And what are things you see happening in your shows, not just here but everywhere, that tell you that things are getting bigger and better for you?
Well, I mean, one, that I'm now a type, you know, that people are casting saying they want a Cocoa Brown type. I'm like, well, just hire me, damn it. Damn, why are you?
Right. Get the original.
Also to the people I'm meeting. I realized God took some trash out. And what he's replacing in my life is people that can elevate me because they're bigger than me. I'm no longer the biggest fish in the crew, and I like it like that. Because I want to learn, I want to evolve, I want to grow, and you can't do that if you're the biggest fish in the room. I've noticed that the types of shows and the type of opportunities I'm getting are very different, and they're indicative, I guess, of what I've accomplished. Just this year alone, I've gotten the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, the Georgia Citizen Honorary Georgia Citizen Award. I'm being given an honorary doctorate next year. So it's, and then my college, my alma mater reached out to me and did a whole cover story on me. I have a mural now at my college. Like it's like I'm realizing who I am and my accomplishments meant something. And I'm walking into that now. I'm still humble, but I also know who the hell I am.
Right. Well, thank you. And the last thing I want to say is I just want to commend you as a mother, comedian, actress, author, as simply a woman. You have done so much in terms of piecing your life back together. So being the true queen that you are, I want to give you your flowers. And I am so happy to have had the opportunity with you. And I would love to possibly have you on my show in the future.
Okay. James, you know how I get down. Honey. Anywhere I can come and just talk freely, I'm down.
Listen, trust me, I know. I'm always so grateful to you. I really just had one more question. You were doing a podcast before.
I had started a podcast called Hey Auntie. With my girl Latanya Gilliard and Hollywood Jen. And it was going great, but I hit a big snag in terms of some mental and emotional things I needed to deal with. And I knew that I could not put my all into it. So it's on hiatus right now. The stresses of the house and the fire and the insurance company and all that just got to me. And then I was also doing some projects. I was filming the Lifetime movie. I was shooting another project. I had to make a choice. And because the podcast had just kind of started, I said, let's pump the brakes and restart first of the year when I've got my life in order. It was a little premature on my part to start it now, knowing that I hadn't, so it's just on hiatus right now.
Okay. I just want to say thank you again.
You're welcome.
This is always amazing. I'm always so grateful to you. It's nice just to be supported, to be seen. And you are always willing.
You always make me feel like that, brother. Ever since I met you, you've always made me feel. And you made me feel like I matter as a person, not just because I'm a damn celebrity. And that matters.
Absolutely. You matter as a person. And the thing is, like, just like Amanda has talked about, and we've all really talked about, like, pieces and pockets of depression. Like, I went through a lot of stuff myself, even trying to get to the place of doing media and, being able to do what I love to do. So it's because of people.
I tell people all the time, honey, I'm the other Tabitha, honey, because I ain't gonna be rainbows and sprinkles all the time. There gonna be times I'm gonna cuss you out, then I'm gonna cook for you.
Right.
I said I am not Tabitha Brown, honey. I'm Cocoa Brown. Ain't nobody rainbow and sprinkles 24/7. I love her to pieces. I'm so glad she is. I love her wine, but no, I'm gonna cuss you out at least. I ain't that happy all the time.
Well, I appreciate you immensely. So thank you. Love you like family. I will send you that message, and we will be at the show on Saturday. And any type of final words, final comments that you want to get out here?
I just want y'all to come see me this weekend in Cleveland. I'm going to be trying out a lot of new material. I meant to mention that I will be shooting my new 1 hour special in a couple of weeks in Baltimore. I'm shooting half of it here, half of it in Atlanta. If the footage is good and you guys come to laugh and y'all pack this joint out, some of this footage will end up in my 1 hour special too. So, because we'll be filming here in Cleveland as well, just behind the scenes. So please come out. Let me know if this new material is ready for the big stage and the taping. And just keep showing me the love y'all always show me, Cleveland. I can't wait to get there because I got love for y'all.
We are absolutely coming. We're gonna be there on Saturday, but so
yes, that's the funny bone, right? The funny bone.
I don't know why they changed to the Funny Bone. But
I don't know, but it's the Funny Bone Friday and Saturday. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. This weekend, 21st, 22nd. Okay, all right.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey. Let me go feed my kid.
All right, have a good night.
Thank you so much.
Good night, y'all.
Bye.
Thank you, and happy holidays to you, okay?
You as well.
All right, babe. See y'all this weekend. Bye.
Bye.
So yeah, I think this was really, really, really dope. Amanda, I appreciate you popping in with us tonight.
I thank you, and I appreciate both of you for having me.
Absolutely. Now, how you feel after having a conversation and doing this interview?
I feel good.
You should. you should. I think this was a good opportunity for you, and that's really, what being a part of the network is really all about, or that's what I want it to be about for people who are doing podcasts and doing shows on the network, is to have that opportunity to be able to connect with, some of the people that they love and just different celebrities and that type of thing. So I think it was a good opportunity for you, and just kind of the door opening for you to be able to do some more stuff.
Thank you.
And it looked like we're going to be at the Improv on Saturday.
Yes, and I need you to get one too. I'll send you a message.
Okay. Yeah, send me a message.
Okay.
Yes, as a matter of fact, when we finish, I'm gonna call you.
Okay.
All right. So cat.
Bye.
I was gonna say, are you leaving us, Amanda? I thought you was gonna stay for some hot topics or something.
I stay for hot topics. I
Yeah,
know if I was uninvited to the party just yet, or if I needed to stay.
Oh, you always.
Oh no, baby. We gonna get into these. That's what I'm saying. We a UGD fam, honey.
Right.
So we about to
throwing a few of them in there because we ain't getting no topics in them, and we're just doing a few of them.
Right, we just gonna do a couple. We just gonna do some of the main ones that have been trending. Everybody. Right. So the big main thing that a lot of people are talking about is Jay-Z, y'all.
Right.
So we have new allegations, and this is all alleged, that he has been coming out with some Diddy type charges, including some sexual assault, sexual misconduct, and sexual harassment. There has started off with one lawsuit from a Jane Doe and has rolled into many other allegations, and have authorities looking into the validity of these allegations. So we have statements from his team. We have statements from his lawyer, statements from him. So what do you guys think about just the allegations coming out? Do y'all believe it, or is it crazy, or what do y'all think?
So this will tell you how out of the loop I am, because I knew about the thing with the 13, supposedly the girl and 13, and then
it was supposed to be a 13-year-old after an award show with Puffy.
But then a lot of the details they didn't add up. So I knew about that one. Is it more?
So ever since, it's kind of like what we saw with Cassie. Once the first charges came, now there are all these different allegations. Now none of them have gotten charges yet. None of them have went to court yet, except for the one girl, which is supposed to be the one that was the 13-year-old after a party that he was with Diddy. But now all of a sudden there's different allegations from different people. We got, of course, we've always had allegations from Jaguar, right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of this is coming out. And especially when people are looking at the timelines of, when him and Beyonce started dating, the rumors of him and Aaliyah, and then some of his lyrics, referring to liking young girls and things like that. So that kind of has them, thinking that we might be looking at another Diddy. So there's just been a lot going on. And so a lot of users, so I heard this interesting tidbit. A lot of social media users saw that Miss Tina Knowles' Instagram page was liking comments and posts about Jay-Z. And that was out of character for her. So I heard, and this is alleged, that it was not her, that it was Solange that hacked into her phone. And if you guys remember from the elevator incident, they always said that Solange never really liked Jay-Z. So that's really what's going on. So what do y'all think about, you know, Solange seeming like she's trying to protect her sister, or do y'all think that's messy? What do y'all think?
I mean, right now it's just it just seemed messy to me. I don't know. Go ahead.
I feel differently. I feel like if she gonna protect her sister, protect her at all costs, because right is right, wrong is wrong. And if I'm wrong, then you correct me behind closed doors, but I'm gonna still take up for you.
I feel that.
I kind of got to agree with Amanda. You know, I got 3 sisters, so I be punches first, ask questions later when it comes to my sisters and our family.
I feel like I don't know
Yeah, so it's just been a lot of rumors. So I don't know if you guys know this, but Blue Ivy voiced look at Mama Cat. She over here talking about messy. Yes, they being messy, Mom. So Blue Ivy has a part in the new Mufasa movie. So a lot of people thought that Jay-Z and Beyonce weren't going to be on the red carpet, or that they weren't going to show their face. So they all came as one unit, one band, one sound. They all went to the red carpet and were all smiles. But they said they shut down any questions about, you know, the case or anything. So it's just, it's crazy. I think that we're going to see a lot more allegations. Me personally, I've heard allegations from a lot of these rappers, like a lot of them, especially in their younger years. Like if anybody read, you know, Superhead Corinne Steffens' book, you'll get an insight into, you know, what she dealt with when she allegedly dated Jay-Z. And, you know, so it's just kind of weird that these things are happening now. And, you know, some of these people are going to have to pay for things they did when you were younger. Yeah. And, you know, so it's going to be interesting to see if anybody has, because with Diddy, a lot of people had evidence, you know, they had something tangible. But what they're saying with these Jay-Z allegations, that the first girl, she had a lot of inconsistencies in her story, a lot of things that couldn't be validated. And then the new allegations, nobody's really coming with anything concrete. So I think it's just going to take some time to kind of see, you know, what really comes out of this. But it's been rumors for the past few months that him and Beyonce are living separately and that they're on the brink of divorce. So I've heard that as well. So what do y'all think? The queen and the king might be, you know, coming to an end.
I think I've been hearing, I don't know if I necessarily believe that, or at least at this point, just because I've been hearing stuff about them for like years. Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily believe that, because I've heard some kind of rumblings, but it didn't seem like it was anything that could be substantiated or nothing like that. So I don't really pay any attention to that rumor, at least right now. Yeah, at least
okay. Yeah, it seems like all the power couples in hip hop are all, you know, hitting the wall. We see Cardi B and Offset going back and forth, y'all. They've been going back and forth on social media. The couple is supposed to be look, Charmaine say, in the club, we all fam. Right, in the club, we all fam. And I'm gonna get to this later, because if you guys don't know, that's a TikTok saying. But so let's talk about Cardi B and Offset. So the estranged couple who are still married but separate can't seem to keep each other's names out of each other's mouths. So they keep sneak dissing. And the funny thing about Offset is he keeps posting stuff, but he'll take it down in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So if you follow him,
always done that though.
It's like, why you being messy? Why you being messy, pal? And it's like he wants the blogs to screenshot it and post it type of thing. Yeah. That's really what it seems like he's doing, because the blogs are like, I'm getting a notification that he's saying something, but as soon as I go look at it, it's gone. And so they were recently, Cardi B was spotted out at a club, and she was at a strip club throwing money, and who walks in but Offset? So they said they both spent the night throwing money, showers, and basically competing with each other. The only people that went happy probably was the strippers, because y'all was doing the most. Like, what is y'all doing? So, and Cardi B has been saying, you know, Offset is doing what he normally does when he tries to win her back. He's, you know, popping up He's texting her constantly. She actually put some screenshots about him texting her. And so then he posts a picture of her and say, well, I got a picture of you that I just took. So am I stalking you now? Or, so it's kind of, I be telling people like them relationships when they back and forth, just don't even pick a side. Just let them do what they doing. Because we don't know if they really, if they going to be together or not. So it's going to be interesting to see. So what do you guys think about Cardi B and Offset? Did y'all like them together or do y'all just not care anymore?
I just don't care.
Yeah.
I just don't really care. Like to me, they both seek drama. I don't care. I'm like, whatever. I think they're gonna be in each other's lives forever anyway because they got kids together. So.
They got 3 kids and they just welcomed that baby. So it ain't y'all gonna be around each other, and I feel like we're gonna have more and more antics for years to come. When it seems like those two,
like you said, it's gonna be for years to come.
Yeah. So next I did want to talk about y'all I'm talking about Tinder. Girl, Tinder, Twitter. No, it's TikTok, y'all. TikTok is going away. What are they doing? They can't take away my beloved. What am I gonna do without my TikTok, y'all? I'll be on there scrolling all day. So the law has passed. James, why you cracking up? Like you don't be on there. James got about 1 billion followers and don't post nothing. Okay.
That sounds like
at all. No, I ain't hate with my 300 followers, but they did let me go live. They like, shit, this the last day is hell. Give it to her. Give it to everybody. F it. We going away anyway. So TikTok is set to be shut down in mid-January. The law has passed. And that's my sister's birthday. Dang, Tia. So a lot of us who have lived through a lot of the great websites, MySpace, AIM, Vine, we've had some of our favorite sites, taken away from us or shut down before. So I'm really sad about TikTok. I love TikTok a lot. I have a big TikTok family and community, even though I don't have a lot of followers, but it's quality. I have quality followers, and I feel like TikTok, some people don't get TikTok. You can find a community. Like I have a community that I game with, they're gamers, and I don't have a lot of gamer friends. A lot of people don't know that that's a big part of me. That's something that I like to do. So I have a community that every day they're gaming. Every day we're messaging, playing, liking each other's content and stuff that I would not have reached otherwise except for this platform. And I know a lot of people have found financial freedom. They're getting rich off of TikTok. There's some people that quit their jobs and TikTok is their whole life. So what do y'all think about the ban? Are y'all for the ban? Do y'all care about the ban? What do y'all think about it?
So I care because I know there are people who make money solely off of TikTok. So it's gonna take away financially, how people stay stable and their homes and everything. So I care about that and that aspect. But like you said, things like MySpace and Vine and Kick and all of that type of stuff has come and has gone. So I feel like it's just one of those things where it had its time, it did what it needed to do, and it's time to go. So
I'm so sad. And so I really am. Y'all don't understand. I literally have people that I know from across the country. We done talked and we done had TikTok parties for people. Like I have a friend on there that is on an oxygen tank and she can't leave the house. And for her birthday, we threw her a TikTok party. So we all got on live, and when the camera was on us, we did our little down over here dancing, trying to make her laugh. And I don't even know this lady. And so she was able to have friends with her, virtually. So it really makes me sad. And a lot of people aren't really even understanding why it's going away. Yeah. So most of the social media sites are ran, through Facebook, which is Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk. And these people sell information to the government. So they're giving us, that's why if you search something on your phone, you'll look on Facebook like, dang, why do this have an ad for what I'm looking at on my phone? They have our information. So, and they sell that stuff to the government. The government, you know, can see where you're at. If you commit a crime and you have your location on Facebook, they can literally ask Facebook, hey, can you give me access to their stuff? People don't know that. So TikTok is owned by a Chinese company. So the government does not have their information. So the government is saying, hey, we don't have we don't have that information. We don't know what they're doing with your information, which I understand that. But really, is it y'all mad that they got it, or y'all mad that y'all don't got this? Are y'all mad y'all not in control of this platform? Because as y'all seen with the elections, they put political ads on Facebook. You know, they Elon Musk deleted certain tweets that people were saying against President Trump. So it's like we don't really have freedom of speech because they have control of these social sites. So that is really where the breakdown of TikTok. It's not because teens on there doing TikTok dances. That's what a lot of people think. Like, they just want to get rid of it. They want to get rid of it because another country has one of the largest social media sites and they don't have access to it. That's really what it boils down to. So TikTok has till January 19th to either sell it to an American company, or they have to just shut it down. And if they don't shut it down, the government is going to make it to where it's blocked from us. Like if you search for it, we won't have access to it. Look at Mama Cat. She said, "What you gonna do, Cat?" I know, Mom. I know. Like y'all don't understand. I be cooking dinner on TikTok. I just made TikTok spaghetti last night. I just made a recipe from TikTok last very night on TikTok, watching it. Like, okay, add this much. Like y'all, I am really out of it. Amanda is looking like. Look, Amanda over here got her people in here. Amanda, you looking great, girl.
Thank you, Kim.
Amanda, how you doing? I feel like I talk too fast for Amanda. She just looking at me.
No, I'm used to it. I'm just trying to take it all in because
So are you guys gonna miss TikTok? Anybody in the comments, let us know. Are you guys TikTokers? Are you gonna miss TikTok, or do you just like, y'all ain't gotta learn? You ain't gotta learn them little, the little dances. And I be trying to learn them dances. Now I can't learn a TikTok dance. Now I will do a skit or two. I will do a little, something funny, but I have not mastered this TikTok dances. So but rest in peace, TikToky. You was my good friend. So yeah. And then the last one topic that I promised dear Tiff we would talk about, because she wanted to talk about the United Healthcare shooter that happened, the shooting, because she talking about how dare they do that to me. I got United Healthcare. So so I wanted to get you guys' your thoughts on that, because that's one of the most hot topics of all the social media sites going on. It was a whole manhunt for him, and it has people split in two. This is one of the things that like families are feuding, because the shooter Luigi, he has a cult following. People are raising him up as a hero. Some people are condemning him. So what do you guys think about the shooter and what all happened?
It's hard to say, because it's hard to say because in one respect you just don't go and kill somebody,
right?
Like, and in one respect you just don't go and kill somebody, but then kind of on the same token, like this man has been responsible for putting things in place that ultimately deny claims that rightfully should be approved and should be paid for. And this is for procedures and things that need to be done for people to live and survive and beat certain illnesses and whatnot. And their claims are being denied just for the sole purpose of United Healthcare making money, or for the insurance company. Because I guess from the reports, it's looking like he didn't even have United Healthcare. Granted, he recently had some procedures, but he didn't even have United Healthcare. So it kind of was like, you would think that it was targeted, but it's like I don't know. I don't know what to think. Obviously it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
What about you, Amanda? How do you feel?
So I feel the same way. Like, I feel like there's like not a reason to take a life for that, but then I can understand, because if I don't get this procedure, that's taking my life.
Right.
So,
right.
I can see why people are like, raising him up as a hero and that sort of thing, because look at all the people who have had claims denied and they continue to fight for them and they still get denied and they can't get certain stuff done and they end up dying ultimately because they can't get a procedure done, or if the procedure is denied. It's one thing for you to have the procedure and then they deny to pay it and you fight to get it paid, but some just deny the procedure altogether, or denying to pay for, refusing to pay for anesthesia for something when they know damn well you need anesthesia.
You need it, for the surgery. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you see they overturned that decision about the anesthesia right after he got killed.
They said, you know what? Maybe we'll let y'all get some anesthesia. We'll pay that, because that is really what they had just that morning. They were all the CEOs were coming in to agree to a new plan where they were only going to implement paying a certain amount of anesthesia or not paying anesthesia at all, and that was not going to be covered for people's care. So that's what they were actually there to. They had already agreed on it, so they were just basically signing the paperwork. So that's really what they were doing. So they, after the murder, they did overturn that and say, we're going to look at that again. But see, so where I stand, I'm more of a radical Black Panther type of person, eye for an eye. I feel like the country is so jaded when it comes to money. These CEOs have so much money that they couldn't even spend in a lifetime. The top CEOs have more money than the bottom million people. Do you get what I'm saying? They have more money and it's just like all they care about is the bottom line and a dollar and this and that, and it's just so greedy. And it's like, how do you fight against a system where they are the ones in charge? They have the power. So I do understand being fed up, like I've seen movies like, John Q and things where people are really fed up with it. They don't have no other, like, this is life or death. So I get that man, it was his life taken. Like, you cannot ever downplay a human life being taken. But at the same time, he signed those, requirements and rules, and they say United Healthcare has one of the biggest denial rates of all the insurance. So when you're, you got your mama going through cancer treatment and need this life-saving surgery and they deny her, they're signing her death. So why is her death not even as important as his? Right. Because he was rich, because it was tragic. Just because she died in the hospital and he died on the street, does it make it any less different? So I feel like, no, I don't think people should go around shooting somebody, but I do respect that this brought up a conversation and that it made people think. And people got to realize, when we fought for civil rights and stuff, how many people died? How many protesters got chased by dogs and thrown in prison and died? And, how many people were beaten for a revolution? How many people did it take to die for things to change? So it's just like, dang, what is it going to take for these, people to have all this, Amazon person has billions of dollars and they constantly raising their prices for what? For more money that you already, don't need. It's getting to be when people are trapped and have no way out and they literally are dying because y'all not giving them health care. I understand being, at your wit's end. So I don't think he's a hero for that. But, sometimes
but you get
bad things happen and something can come out of it. So I hope that, a lot of the healthcare systems look at this and say, hey, people are fed up. And, but the craziest thing is that all the healthcare systems did take their CEOs off the website now. They did. They said, you know what, go on and private that information for us, because they didn't want nobody else. So we're seeing a lot more And it's going to be some more anonymity when it comes to these CEOs, because, you know, they saying you're actually in New York, they had printed out wanted posters of CEOs with bullet holes and targets on them saying you're next. So I don't know. I think that people are radicalized, and the way he got caught at McDonald's. Somebody recognized him that worked at McDonald's, right? So, and this is and let me tell all y'all people that want to get rewards and stuff, you have to call the tip line. So when the lady from McDonald's saw him, she called 911. So she thinking she about to get the reward. She didn't even get the reward because she did not call the tip line. So that is a way that they get away with not paying that reward. So not only did she not get the reward, her McDonald's got shut. Like, you didn't snitch for free, girl. What? So she didn't get her. Not only did she not get the money, y'all, they shut the McDonald's down.
She snitched and had to go to work the next day.
She didn't. She
They done froze Cat up. Look, we gonna get Cat in a few more seconds. They done froze Cat up. That's because she was talking about that girl. Listen, I think it's crazy. I just think listen, I get it though. I mean, everything that she was saying, it makes sense. She gonna pop back in a second, or even unless something happened with her internet. But I get what she was saying though. I mean, you know, obviously it's not right, but on the same token, like what makes his life more important than somebody else's life?
Right.
You know, that's being lost because, you know, of a claim being denied or something like that. And like you get it. It's not saying that it's right, but you kind of get it though.
Sorry, y'all, my other phone died.
I said they froze you up because you was talking about that girl.
They said she knows too much. Mom, I ain't going nowhere. Don't worry, I'm still here. But yeah, I was saying she got fired on her day off because they shut down the McDonald's because they got so much hate. They got 1-star reviews on Yelp. They got death threats, bomb threats. So the McDonald's is closed until further notice. So she lost her job and she didn't get paid. So yeah, I don't know. It's looking like, dang, the snitching really ain't the way to go. Dang.
I can't stand you. I really can't.
Dang, I know they told us that snitches get stitches, but dang, they get fired too. Dang. Cold world.
Yeah.
But that was all the hot topics I have for y'all. A lot has went on this week, and when we come back, we're gonna have a lot to talk about.
Absolutely.
Yes, I just wanted to give a thank you to Amanda. Thank you for coming in and being with us. I really liked your questions that you asked. I think you asked really thoughtful questions. And shout out to Cocoa Brown. I'm just so happy that she came on. Like I told you, I'm a big fan. I was watching 911 from the first episode. So as soon as James told me who that was, I said, Carla, caretaker Carla coming. So I'm just so happy. So yeah, shout out to her.
Listen, I just want to say, you know, first and foremost, thank you to everybody who popped into the comments, everybody who was here watching tonight. I know the numbers was up and down. So people was coming and going. I actually just saw Miss Barbara Walker on a little while ago. She might even still be there. But I just want to thank you to the people who chimed in, you know, who were here on the podcast and whatnot. Really, really, really appreciate you guys immensely. Thank you so much to Cocoa Brown for not just doing the show tonight, but also supporting the network, supporting the magazine, supporting me really for the last decade. Like, it's just really, really awesome. And it's cool to be able to build these kind of relationships where, you know, you can get these people to really come and support the platforms or whatnot. So I'm really grateful to her. I am super, super, super grateful to Amanda Lady Poet Speaks Harris, who's up here at the top looking all gorgeous. I appreciate you so much. I think this was a wonderful opportunity for you. I want to really plug Open Letters to a Survivor because it is an amazing platform. I'm so happy that you came on board and you launched this platform and you are hitting your 50th episode on the 29th, which I think is absolutely amazing. I'm
congratulations.
So grateful to that. We got this real snazzy flyer up there for this coming Sunday. And I don't know who got to make that flyer, but that shit looks hot. That flyer is hot.
Yes, it is.
No. So you do have a show coming up this Sunday, which is going to be a kind of a panel, right?
Yeah, so actually this Sunday we're doing a little fun topics. You know, we try to mix up our serious topics with our fun topics because mental health ain't always down. It's up and down. So we want to do up and down shows. So we're talking about the effects of Christmas music that it has on people and what our favorite songs and how it impacted us and different traditions based on the music we listen to around Christmas. So it is going to be a fun show. So if anybody's watching, please tune in Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Open Letters to a Survivor.
Absolutely.
Yes. Make sure y'all drop y'all favorite Christmas songs below, or make sure y'all join on Sunday and let them know y'all favorite song. James, what's your favorite Christmas song?
This Christmas and
which
honestly,
version?
I was gonna say. I was gonna say, and keeping it all the way real. Because I can't sleep on Donny Hathaway's version. I mean, the original is always, the original is the bomb. I really do like Chris Brown's rendition of it because I think that of all the people that I've heard redo this Christmas, and it's a million people who have redone it, I feel like he was like the closest to, but he was himself though, so he wasn't trying to sound like Donny Hathaway, like
right?
But it sounds good though. And I mean, we all know that Chris Brown can sing his ass off. So
right.
I think it was definitely good. And I'm not gonna front. I actually like Destiny's Child's version too. Their Christmas album, I listen every year. I pop that stuff up.
Right, exactly.
I just was playing it in the car yesterday, and I really do like their version, but I can't even though Beyonce is a bad motherfucker, I can't put theirs at the top. I'm gonna put Chris Brown at the top.
We got a comment and it says "Another Lonely Christmas" by Prince.
Ooh, she always did like Prince. Ugh. The Purple Bandit. Ugh. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I have so many favorites. But my favorite will always be Santa Baby. I love Santa Baby, girl. That's what I like, because she give all the names of the gifts that I want. I want a ring, a convertible light blue. Fill my stocking with duplex and checks. Sign your name on the line. Make sure you don't forget that part. Don't forget the signature. She was very thorough. I love a gold digging queen. So yeah, Santa Baby is one of my favorites. So Amanda, what's one of your favorites? I don't want to step on your toes for your show, but can you give us at least one of your Christmas favorites?
So James about to fall out because I told him as soon as I hear that Mariah Carey, it's time.
I love when she do that.
Yes. I'm a big Mariah stan, honey. I gotta repost my pictures from last year when I dressed like her for Christmas, because I love it. I don't wanna laugh for kids. That made me want to go frolic in the snow. Like I just snow in a snowsuit, and a little Santa or something.
Yeah.
So that would definitely be an interesting show. I'm gonna have to make sure I chime in on Sunday because I got all the Christmas songs.
Listen, I'm gonna be on the panel with y'all if y'all will have me.
Of course.
Ooh.
Of course.
I'm gonna be on the panel too. So I can't wait for that. So
That's
Open Letters to Survivor, Sunday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure that you guys tune in because we're gonna have a good time. I might have my Destiny's Child playing in the background. But
doesn't it feel like Christmas?
There you go.
Doesn't it feel like Christmas?
See,
doesn't it feel like Christmas? Yes, feels like Christmas.
It's gonna be somebody superstar one day. I'm telling you.
No, I'm telling y'all, I'm about to be a Mariah Carey impersonator now. Listen, next year, book me. I'll be at your office party. I only know a couple songs, so just bear with me.
But nah, this was really dope. So Amanda, I truly appreciate you sitting in on the podcast tonight. You are more than welcome anytime
And both of y'all are welcome to come on Open Letters anytime. Like,
listen, I'm coming Sunday.
Got me an invite. Okay.
I'm coming Sunday. So no, I think it's dope. I think you did an amazing job. It was a couple comments in there that said that you did amazing too. So I appreciate you being here. It was very good to have you. And I love, like, when we have somebody on the show, I love when the whole screen is filled up with squares. So, like, I listen, I appreciate you. Even look at Mama Cat. Thanks, Amanda.
Mama Cat, thanks, Amanda.
Thank you. Thank you for tuning in.
So yeah, any final words, Lady Poet, before we go?
No, thank you for having me. It was a pleasure, and that's my final word for today. But thank you.
Okay. So all the people who are still here, thank you guys for tuning in. We truly, truly, truly appreciate you. I'm gonna throw this up just for a second. Oh, you guys can't even see it. Look, I even Kat was like, "What the hell is you doing?"
Okay, what's going on?
There we go. I'm gonna throw this up for a second. Kat Got Your Tongue. Make sure that you guys are tuned in for Kat Got Your Tongue. She does air on Thursdays, but she's just on hiatus for the month of December. So she will be back in January with fresh episodes. Her past episode you can actually catch is at UGDpodcastingandradio.online. So make sure you guys do that.
I did want to say something about that. Thank you to everybody that did tune into my show. I had a lot of our transcenders come through. Thank you so much. Shout out to Charity Ivana, who was my first guest. I did attend her show at the House of Blues the day before Thanksgiving. So I will be it was amazing. I will be posting some pictures and some videos. It was really, really great. And she did a lot of audience engagement. I'm telling you, she was pulling people out the audience, and they was coming through. I was like, dang, let's pass me the mic. Hold on. But I never seen a show where someone really had that, like, where people were coming up. And it was just like she had a live band, so the band was just playing a smooth little beat, and people was just, they were coming in saying whatever. So it was amazing. Like, I never saw anything like that. So that was just great. Let me see. So and I made some different contacts. I talked to one of the musicians from her live band, and this is my best friend. She said
I'm sorry.
It's Mariah. No, because everyone knows I am a huge Mariah fan.
Oh, yeah.
I went to me and Tiff went to the concert last year. Was one of my birthday presents. I'm a big Mariah fan, so all I want for Christmas is always my number one answer. But it's just everybody likes that. That's usually somebody's favorite, so I always got my little Santa baby as my pocket. But I spoke to some members of Charity Ivana's live band, so there will be a confirmed member on Cat's Got Your Tongue, so look out for that. And it was just a really, really good show. She's a amazing artist, and afterward I was able to go backstage and take some pictures of her dressing room and the House of Blues stage, and some of the artwork and some of the signatures on the walls from some of the big names. So I'm definitely going to do a video and a write-up on Charity Ivana, so please look at that. Cat Got Your Tongue will be back in the new year, so please be looking out. I will be posting about that. But like James said, you can catch the last episode, and make sure you follow Cat Got Your Tongue on Facebook, because I will be posting a lot of these hot topics and stories that we talk about, and I'm going to get your engagement, your thoughts and feedback, so we can post them while we're on the show. So
that's
you want to look out.
And we're doing the same thing with Transcending the Culture, so you guys can actually get Transcending the Culture on Facebook as well, and a lot of topics and stories are going to be going up there too for you guys to comment on.
Right. And so I will be having an email where you guys can email anonymously. Say if you have some kind of gripe, you have a crazy story, you have an opinion. Also, if you have, you want people to give your opinion. I'm going to be having the Queen's Court. It's a segment on Cat's Got Your Tongue where I'm going to be talking about these different situations. So if you have a situation where you're unsure, maybe you like it, was I wrong? Were they wrong? You know, definitely email me and we'll bring it on to the people. And, you know, I will let the people weigh in, but y'all know, got the final say. So we will definitely be talking about all of that. So I'm just excited to go into the new year. And thank you for everyone that has supported us this year. And I hope everybody has a happy holiday. I'm excited.
Absolutely.
James, are you on the nice or the naughty list?
Oh, listen, I'm definitely on the naughty list. I'm on the naughty list. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm on the naughty list, but it's cool. I get a pass though. We're gonna talk about that later. But
I said it's only cold in my stocking, I fear.
Right. But actually, before we go, I also want to make sure that I plug a couple other things.
Okay.
Real Talk with Reese. Make sure that you guys are tuned in for Real Talk with Reese. She comes every other Saturday, so she will be on this Saturday. She's having actually Biker Boy or Bandana Biker Boy and Nazy Nay. They're both going to be on Real Talk with Reese this coming Saturday. So make sure that you guys are tuned in.
And both of those
time for that. And remember, you can get all of our episodes and all of the shows, the episodes from all of the shows, the video episodes at ugdpodcastingandradio.info. That's all you got to type in, and that's gonna or dot online. I'm sorry, and that will come up.
Award-winning Real Talk with Reese. She took home the award at the Legend Awards, and I actually was able to talk to both of her guests that are coming on, and those are amazing people putting in a lot of work. So I'm really excited about that. I did want to give one shout out to the mama of the show, Mama Cat. Saturday is Mama's 70th birthday, so everyone please show my mom some love. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday!
I know, I was like, let me see. I was gonna sing the happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I don't know the new one, the happy birthday. I was at a party and all the kids started singing it. I said, they didn't change happy birthday
again.
Right. But shout out to Mom. Love you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to all the Sagittariuses and all the Christmas and New Year's babies, all the people that everybody want to give you one gift because it's for your birthday and Christmas. Shout out to y'all. Y'all get a special happy birthday from your girl Kat and Transcending the Culture.
Absolutely.
Happy birthday. Love you, Mom. Love you, Mom.
And let me see. The entertainment plug. We have Mookie Batonio. He signed to Crazy Bones, the live entertainment. He's going to be on the show this coming Saturday. So if you guys would like to see that, make sure that you tune in on Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Actually, there it is. So he's coming on the show. So you don't want to miss that. Couple past shows that we did. We had Alex Sales here on Transcending the Culture last Wednesday. So you guys can go back and catch that interview. That was a really dope conversation. And I think that's about it. Major's flyer I actually took down, so I don't have that in there. Put that back up. But we did. Kat and I did have a conversation with the artist Major.
Yes, we did.
You guys can catch that at UGD Podcasting and Radio. I think it is .info. UGD Podcasting and Radio.info. So you guys can catch that back. Carisha, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Carisha. My sister Carisha Hill had a birthday earlier this month, and my brother Harley Bragg also had a recent birthday. So shout out to everyone, all my siblings. And Katia Hill has a birthday coming up January 19th, the day TikTok is supposed to be gone.
Happy birthday to the whole family.
Happy birthday to the whole family. It's too many y'all.
Look, happy birthday to the whole family. Oh, and listen, I told them that we was gonna tell them who was coming on who was gonna be on the show next week, next Wednesday. Actress and comedian Kim Whitley is gonna be on Transcending the Culture next Wednesday. So make sure that you guys are tuned in.
Please.
I have a couple people who have been trying to get on, so we may actually be able to get that done a little bit sooner.
Well, let me know. You know, we always good for a Tuesday interview. You know, we
listen. We're gonna talk when we get off of here. But I appreciate you guys. I've been dragging for a minute, but I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you again to Amanda. Thank you again to Cocoa Brown. You guys know that this interview, once we shut down, you guys can catch the replay on UGD Podcasting and Radio.info. Our radio station website actually is in production, so that's going to be up in the next day or so. So we'll make sure that we get that address out to everybody. You know, you can get us all on social media, whether that's Transcending TC. I am Authentically James. I also have an account, I am James Grant. Cat Queen.
At Cat Queen on all platforms. And please make sure you follow Cat Got Your Tongue on Facebook, because I will be posting a lot of juicy drama and gossip, especially if you want the good stuff. I will be putting it on there. So
absolutely. And when the radio station website is complete, we will have a page that actually outlines all of the social media accounts that exist for the whole platform. So you guys will be able to catch all. You guys will be able to find all of our social media, and you can follow one by one. Just make sure that you guys are on all of the platforms. And I do have channels on Instagram. So there is one for the J Spot. There's one for UG Digital Media and Publishings. There is one for Transcending the Culture. And people are slowly coming in and joining, and messages are going out. And we would love to have you guys there. We're also on Mighty Networks under the J Spot. So you guys can come in there, and I may create us over at Mighty Networks as well. But Mighty Networks is really cool because you can have premium content over there.
And then where can they listen to the radio station?
Radio station, we are on Apple Music. We will be coming to Spotify.
And the TuneIn app, right?
Yeah, TuneIn app. Thank you. The TuneIn app. So you can download TuneIn, or you can go to tunein.com and you can listen to UG Digital Radio there. And once again, Apple Music. So if you go to Apple Music, you can download UG Digital Radio. And live shows are actually coming very soon. So
yes, so exciting.
Yeah, live shows are coming to the station very soon. So just slowly pulling everything together. You know, it's like a one-man band, but it's coming together. So I love you, Kat. Welcome back. I appreciate you. I'm so glad to see you tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Cocoa Brown. And we'll get some footage show over the weekend too, so that then you guys can check that out. So
yes, we will.
Let me see. I think we are done there. Yeah, we are done. So you guys have an amazing night. We will catch up with you guys actually probably over the next couple of days, but catch us on social media. Y'all all have a good night.
Bye. Happy holidays.